right. Welcome to episode 1, Breaking the Chains of Perfectionism. Today on Pink Unicorns, Peacocks, Pearls, and Prosperity, we're going to explore the underbelly of perfectionism, the self-doubt, fear, and procrastination that it breeds. Hear a little bit about how I got liberated and gained some practical tips to start your own journey to freedom from the perfect trap. Ready? Let's go. Hello, beauties, and welcome to the Pink Unicorns, Peacocks, Pearls, and Prosperity podcast. I'm your host, Shirley, your warm, corny, and intuitive guide on this journey to a fulfilling and prosperous life. Today, we're diving into our first episode, Breaking the Chains of Perfectionism. It's a phenomenon that's close to my heart and one I've personally wrestled with, and I know it resonates with many of you. But before we dive into the heart of it, I want to remind you of our special moments that we'll explore in each episode. The Pink Unicorn, Peacock, Pearl, and Prosperity moments. They're here to help you, stay engaged and reflect and integrate the wisdom from our conversation each time. So you'll always hear something pink, something unicorn, something peacock, something pearl, or something prosperity moment. Okay? All right, let's get into it. Perfectionism, this insidious trait that compels us to strive for flawlessness, to set unrealistically high goals, and leads to self-evaluation based strictly on accomplishment. Oh, it's a doozy. It's a relentless battle that is fueled by our fear of failure, our desire to be seen as perfect. Can you relate yet? I'm pretty sure you can, but I'm here to tell you it's more than okay to release that need to be perfect and to embrace imperfection. Getting started early with our unicorn moment. As we dive into this, let's celebrate a magical mindset shift with our unicorn moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and repeat after me. I am enough, just as I am. My worth is not defined by my perfection, but by my authenticity and courage. Remember this affirmation and keep it close, and let it be your guiding light as you navigate your journey away from perfectionism. All right. Now let's really talk about perfectionism. Perfectionism feeds into procrastination. Have you ever heard that? You see, when you're so consumed by being perfect, often, and I'm in this bucket too, so let me say we, all right? We often delay or avoid tasks out of fear of failure or not living up to the high standards we set for ourselves. This constant cycle can keep us stuck and keep us from reaching our potential. So, I want you to meet Sandy. She's a busy mom who has let perfectionism stop her from starting a consistent, let's say, fitness routine. Very common task us women easily delay, right? Imagine Sandy. You know what? She's probably you too. So imagine you. You're a busy mom juggling the needs of your family, your business, and your own personal needs. You know you need to start a fitness routine for your physical and mental well-being, but perfectionism takes over. You think, I need to have the perfect workout gear, right? The perfect diet, the perfect schedule. And if I can't exercise for an hour every day, is it even worth doing? This type of thinking causes unnecessary delay. You find yourself waiting for the perfect time to start, which never seems to come. Days turn into weeks, then months, and pounds. So you're just always planning, but never doing. You know what? You're procrastinating, darling. And that's okay. I have a practical solution to break the cycle. Start small and celebrate progress, not perfection. Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions, You can start with a 15-minute walk during lunchtime and gradually increasing the time as your schedule allows. This way, you're at least taking action and making progress, which boosts your self-confidence and motivates you to continue. You heard that part, right? The action makes progress, which boosts your self-confidence and then motivates you to continue. Everyone thinks motivation comes first. That right there should help you kind of follow along and see what really comes first, the chicken or the egg. A key strategy here is to reframe your mindset. Instead of saying I failed because I didn't work out for an hour today, say I succeeded because I took 15 minutes to care for my physical health today. Celebrating these small wins breaks down the barrier of perfectionism, combats procrastination, and leads to consistent action and improvement. Remember, perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Any step forward, no matter how small, is better than standing still. It's time for our pink moment. In the words of the brilliant Brené Brown, perfectionism is not the path that leads us to our gifts and to our sense of purpose. It's the hazardous detour. Whew. Let that sink in. Perfectionism isn't your friend, it's a roadblock, a barrier to your authenticity and to your essence, your true essence. Listen, breaking free from the chains of perfectionism starts with self-acceptance. It's about embracing our humanity, embracing our flaws, and understanding that it's our imperfections that make us beautiful, unique, and human. To let go of perfectionism, we need to shift our mindset, challenging our thought patterns, and replace the notion of perfection with values like authenticity, resilience, and self-compassion. Perfectionism thrives in isolation, so share your struggles. Talk to your friends, your family, or a coach like myself. You're not alone on this journey. Speaking of, it's time for our peacock moment. Here's a self-reflection question for our peacock moment. Think of a time when your fear of not being perfect held you back. What could you have achieved if you had given yourself permission to be imperfect? Hint, when you hear the peacock moment come up, you might want to hit pause and grab your journal if you didn't already have it. This is always going to be a moment for reflection. I'll let you sit with that question and let it marinate and see what insights surface. All right. Now, before we wrap up, I would love for you to share your pearls of wisdom with me. What are your thoughts on today's topic? How did you handle perfectionism? If you're feeling froggy or pearly, email your thoughts, questions, or pearls to yoursuccesswithshirley@gmail.com. That's yoursuccesswithshirley@gmail.com with your first name and city. And I'll feature your wisdom or your answer or your question in the next episode. Now, here's a pearl from me. Perfectionism isn't a sign of virtue, but a cry for worthiness. Your value isn't in perfect, but in real. Let that sink in. Now, that's all for today, my lovelies. Remember, you are enough, just as you are. Embrace your imperfections. They make you you. Embrace the beautiful, imperfect you. See you again soon.